Hi, how's it going? So today I'm going to do a review of all of the Evan Moor workbooks that I bought for my daughter's 5th grade year. And we're only in September, and I'm going to show you guys already which ones I like and which ones we stopped using. And so these are either grade 5 or grade 4 to 6, and this is age 10 to 11. So all of these I bought for the 5th grade year, but as you can see, they're either from grade 4 to 6. So the first one, let me start with my favorites, and then I'll show you guys which ones we're not using. So this one is my favorite one. This is Evan Moor, ages 10 to 11, Heart and Mind Activities for Today's Kids. So this one we're using it in what I call our emotional intelligence mental health unit. And so this one I like because it is just simple for your child to fill it out by themselves. And it's just like things all about themselves. There's so many different versions of books like this. Whereas like you have like a book that's like about me or like something like that. And so, yeah, like gratitude, self-care. And it's just something that I have her do. So we do this one day a week. So far, those are the pages that we did. And, it has like different things, some things to read, other things like to color or fill out about yourself. And that's what I like about it. It's just simple. You don't need any other books to go with it. And it's just something that I think goes really well with the emotional intelligence unit that I bought it for. And I'm just really happy with the purchase. I think it's working well. And it's really no right or wrong answers with something like this because it's all about her. It's all about like your feelings. It has like some activities where like you cut this out. So some of the stuff is more interactive, and then most of it is just done in the book. Here's like a memory game, which I'm sure she'll want to do. It also has some stickers, which she hasn't used yet. I don't know if she will, but just it comes with them. And talks about ethics and empathy. We can disagree and still get along. Constructive disagreement. It also has things you can like cut out if you want, like never stop trying. Color the picture, hang it where you can see it, and it has like perforated pages so you can tear anything out. Also, if you have multiple young learners, you could make copies of this kind of thing if you want. Or you could, so you have to, it's blank because you have to cut this and tear it out. So yeah, so I guess it is meant. But yeah, so I really like this one. This is my favorite one out of all the ones I purchased. So this is the one I 100% don't regret buying. I would purchase it again. And yeah, so it's working out really good, the Heart and Mind. Then they also have different ages. Okay, so that's my favorite. That one we're still using once a week. And then this is the one I got to go with our geography. This is the 7 Continents of North America, grades 4 to 6 by Evan Moor. Okay, so this one, sections are North America in the world, political divisions of North America, physical features, valuable resources, North American culture. And then the end has like assessments. So this one, we haven't been big on doing like workbooks in a while. I did buy quite a few workbooks as my daughter when she was like younger, and we kind of got away from that a little bit, I believe 3rd and 4th grade. And then I kind of wanted to try the workbook model a little bit for 5th grade because I wasn't finding much for geography. So I found this. I can't say, I'm kind of indifferent on this one. Like it's like we're using it. We do geography once a week. What we do is I have my daughter read this to herself silently, but I have it out, like I'm sitting next to her while she reads it. Sometimes I do have her read it orally. And then she just does like the next page question answers, and then I check it. So we also have another book, a spine, if you want to call it that, like a nonfiction book that we read before we do this. So this is like our second step in geography. I can't say, I don't know if I'd buy it again. I don't like, but it is, you know, it like it has different things. Like here it has like, you know, just like it has some stuff where you look at a map. I do like the map things, the map activities. It's like using a projection map, and then you just look at the map and you answer the questions. This one's like you read about the absolute location and then you answer the questions. And like then, like I said, it just has like a crossword puzzle, which I don't know. And then now we're gonna get to section 2 very soon, because we only do this also once a week. It's just such a short amount of information. I can't really say if I think she's like learning enough from it, or if like it's just like filling time. I kind of am a little bit on the fence about this one, but I like it enough to where I'm gonna finish using it. I think you could kind of dig deeper into it if you wanted to, which we're not doing, and then like, you know, look up more. Like this is like the Panama Canal, and it has this of what you read, and then you fill out the answers. So you could like watch a video on it. So I think you could probably get like a lot more out of it maybe than we are, but we're just kind of using it, like I said, in combination with something else. I do prefer the other book, which of course it's like a book in color, and it's pretty much just all maps. And I showed that in my 5th grade curriculum video. I'll link it. But so yeah, so like a North American cuisine, North American forest, fishing, hydroelectricity, North American rivers, Great Lakes. Yeah, so this one I'm kind of like, I don't not like it, but I don't like love it. I think it's just the style of it that we kind of do a lot of things orally. So I'm not sure, but this one's my second favorite. Okay, actually it's only my second because, so the last 3 we're not using anymore. So this one I bought for science. This is Skill Sharpener Science grade 5. This one I bought to go along with another science book. If you're interested, check out my new science video. Actually, it's like our chemistry unit and then why we quit using these items with science, which includes this book, why we changed curriculum. So this book was one of the books that I bought to go with another spine for science, and I'm gonna show it to you guys. I'm gonna try to explain to you guys why we're not using it anymore. So she did start it, but I erased it. I tried to erase it really well because I'm gonna sell it back to like a used bookstore. So this is like, we got like almost a full chapter in. Let me start. So it has these different sections. So organisms and ecosystems, earth systems, space systems, and then structure and properties of matter. So I got it because I wanted her to learn about all the different parts of science, but then I changed my mind and decided to just focus on chemistry for the rest of 4th grade. So, 5th grade. Okay, so this is what it is. It's kind of just similar to most Evan Moor workbooks where you read a section. Now this one is in color. That was part of the reason why I bought it. Versus the map one that's in black and white, because I thought because it's science, I wanted something more in color. Okay. So this is like, it has like definitions, which we read these orally, and then my daughter would read this out loud, and then she would answer the questions. So she did all of these pages, but like I said, I erased it. I don't know what it was, but we just weren't connecting with it as far as something like, part of it had to do with the fact also that we moved into just doing chemistry and focusing on one area of science, and this is like a variety of areas of science. And then also, I didn't like the activities in it. So you might like it. I still think it's a very good workbook. It just wasn't for us. And that's why I like to show a variety of things on my channel. Even if they don't work for us, they might work for you. So again, this is like labeling, the parts for photosynthesis. And then when you get to the end of the chapter, let's see, this is how plants get food, the chapter. You have activities. Some of the activities are very material heavy. This one's okay. I don't know. It's like 2 potted plants of the same age and species in petroleum jelly. I mean, we don't have that. I literally have to go out and buy 2 potted plants. We do have like Vaseline, but I don't. I definitely was like, we're not going to do that. And this one's a little bit. This one too is kind of complicated because you need a small bean sprout plant, which we don't have. So, like, if you pre-planned this whole thing, you could, buy bean sprout seeds. You could buy bean sprout plants and be prepared. But I actually didn't buy this for the activity, so it's not like it's not like you couldn't prepare, but I didn't do that because I just bought it more as like a supplement to go with our other things. But again, we're not heavy on experiments, so I was like, we're not going to do those anyway. And then here we go. Here's like another part. Here's like food webs. So you read about the food chain. I think this book would be really great if you would expand upon it. You could expand upon it, like, watch a video on food chains. That's why I think it's good. But I totally switched everything. And I'll talk about it in that other video that I'm going to link. But some of the experiments have like, some crazy, like one of them was like, you need an aquarium. And I was like, what? Like, that's a little much. I mean, for someone who actually had something like that lying around, but I was like, I do not have aquariums, so greenhouse gases, so it's very colorful. It's just like a typical question. Okay, this one, it's like, you need 2 aquariums or other large glass containers, 3 thermometers, and I'm like, no, that's just way too much for us, so... But that's okay. I mean, like I said, if you, like this one's like a large plastic container. I don't know where, if you're like big into science and experiments, you might like stuff like this. But I was just like, no, for us. But some of the things seem kind of fun. They're like a shoebox planetarium. Like that looks like a fun. You could pick and choose, But we're not using this anymore. Probably after I make and then it has like also the answers in the back. So after I like film these videos, I'm probably going to just sell this back to Half Price Books because it's nearly unused. So yeah, it just didn't work for us, but I thought maybe you'd like to see it in case you're looking at it. Okay, so 2 other of the workbooks that we're not using are history pockets. I got the Greek and Roman myths and the Colonial America. So I bought this because we were doing a mythology unit study, but then that quickly got removed from being a unit study, and now my daughter's just orally reading Greek mythology books mixed in with her other homeschool reading. We didn't enjoy this. We did this together. This is a literature pockets, Greek and Roman myths. Let me show you first because we did start the project. I'm going to show you the book first. I'm going to show you what we started. We did the first project and then we just decided not to continue. So you like make these pockets, instruction paper. So we did the first one. Now this one you have to like print everything and make copies of it because it's not it's double-sided. So you, which was fine. But so I made copies of everything and then we did this. It's like make a bookmark, which we didn't really use, and then it's like you read the story of this Greek myths, and then it just has different activities like Apollo's daily journey, and then chariot. We didn't even do this one, the chariot and the sun, and then it has like also question and answer, and then it goes on to do like your next pocket, Pandora's jar. We didn't even do that one because we stopped. We just weren't enjoying it. I told my daughter, like, do you really feel like you're learning anything from doing this? And she's like, no. And the way the story was told, we have really nice Greek mythology books that are like a little bit more in depth, and she enjoys those better. And we just kind of felt like we were just like adding this in, just like I felt like I was just adding it in, just added in. Not that it wouldn't be a good project. I think maybe like for a summer break or something. I don't know. I just didn't feel like it really was working for us to do during the homeschool time. Most of it is like reading the short story, the myth, and then doing like different random crafts, which I don't know. Like I kind of was on the fence when I bought these pockets, thinking that because this isn't really us, we're not big into arts and crafts, and I think a lot of people are, and a lot of people would really love it. And that's why I never bash anything, because I think what one person loves, one person might like insanely dislike or not find helpful, but that's the way things are. Not if everyone liked the same thing, it would be so boring and everything would be sold out. So yeah, we quit doing it. So this was the first pocket, just to show you guys that she did make this. And then like you just glue this. I don't know. I just felt like we were doing it just because it said to do it, but I don't really know. It just doesn't. This is like the Greek and Roman gods, and then it has like, but this is like, I don't know. Like I don't really know what. It's supposed to be like a bookmark, but, and then this is like, so you move the sun. And it's kind of like just like a craft that had to do with the story, but I don't know. I don't know. We just stopped doing it. I don't know. It just didn't really, my daughter didn't enjoy doing it, and I didn't feel like making her. Like, I don't know. I'm glad we tried, because I've been like having these literature pockets in my Amazon wish list for years, thinking, oh, like they look so fun. And I'm not saying they aren't fun to someone else. They just weren't fun for us. And now I kind of scratched the mythology unit study, and now she's just reading because that's what she wanted to do anyway. It was just like my idea to do that. So I don't know. Okay, so the last thing is another history pocket that I got to go with history because we're doing U.S. history, and we never started it because it was so similar to this one that I asked her. I let her look through it. This is colonial America, and I let her look through it. And I was like, do you want to do it? And she was like, no. She's like she'll do it if I tell her to do it. But she's like, I was like, do you, like, is this something like you really want to do? Because I started looking through it because, like, when you look online for stuff, like, I can't personally get a good vibe of it. So that's why I like doing these videos, so you guys can see. But after I started looking through it, after I got it in the mail, I was like, I don't know. I had reservations about it from the beginning. And we're already going to be reading it. We already actually just read about the 13 colonies. And I just didn't feel the need to do this. But like I said, someone else might love it. So this is like a questionnaire, settling the colonies, map of the 13 colonies. Now I do like maps. I think this is nice, but it wasn't enough. I'm just going to sell it back to Half Price Books. The first settlements. This is like a word search. Map of Jamestown. Cut it out. Here's like the Mayflower. So you make the Mayflower. I don't know. It just wasn't. I think that's kind of cute. The making an early colonial home. Not that we couldn't still do some of the things out of it, but once I move on from something, I just move on. I don't know. I'm like, okay, I'm over it. Let's just continue doing what we're doing, which is mainly just oral reading. And I showed her some video. I showed her a video last week from YouTube about the 13 colonies and on a YouTube channel. And it was just like really nice. So that's kind of how we like to do history. Just oral and kind of watching visual. This, here's like a colonial woman paper doll. It's like, to me, it's so cute for someone who would like to do stuff like this. But for us, I don't know. Even paper dolls, when my daughter was younger, I would buy her these really pretty paper doll books, and she wasn't into it. I loved paper dolls when I was a kid, but here's school. So all about school, colonial school, writing with a quill, which I think is kind of cool. But I didn't know about this book. I don't know if you need the book to do it. I just don't, since we don't do a lot of crafts. Yeah, so that's all of the Evan Moor books, you guys. From my favorite to just like ones we're not using. I hope you guys found this helpful. And just because we didn't like them doesn't mean someone else wouldn't. Even though, like I said, we're very much using these. And I'll talk about that more when I do my mid-year review. But for now, that's the update on the Evan Moor workbooks. Thanks so much for watching. Take care. Bye.